and welcome to Vivatech 2024. So for those who discovered the event, Vivatech is simply the largest tech event in Europe. And each year it gathers all the best tech entrepreneurs from all around the world, the most promising startups. So it's definitely an event that you want to follow. And this year is no exception. We have an incredible panel of personalities. For example, this afternoon we will have remotely, but still, Elon Musk. We will have the 68th Secretary of State, John Kerry, the Williams sisters, and when it comes to the tech world, we will have the CEO of X, so formerly Twitter, and SVP from Google and Alphabet, so a lot of wonderful personalities. And for our Belgian fellows, we will have Charles Michel, so the President of the European Council. And because today together, we will have a close look at what's happening in Belgium, and more precisely in Wallonia, Wallonia being the French-speaking part of Belgium, with Martine Leclercq, who is the Trade and Investment Counselor at AWEX, AWEX being the agency for export and investment. So she will have a brief word and introduce us to the attractivity of Belgium. So Martine, could you introduce us, could you introduce yourself and what you're doing at AWEX?
Yes. Thank you, Diane. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. Welcome at Vivatech and in our Belgian booth. So as a trade advisor for a trade counselor for AWEX in Paris, we organize trade show, and Vivatech is the biggest one we have in the tech sector in France, but the trade show, of course, has a European mindset. So we are welcoming this year 17 companies from Wallonia. We connect them with the main groups, the one present at Vivatech with their own startups, with VCs, with investors, and we also try to sell Wallonia to them, telling them we have a huge ecosystem, a great ecosystem of incubators, of accelerators, of companies, of VCs. You can easily recruit in Belgium. You have 50,000 students, multilingual, qualified, that you can recruit. That when you start a company in Belgium, please come to us. Well, we will discover, I think, 10 companies, Diane, if I'm not mistaken, this afternoon. So I'm really happy to introduce them to you. This year we are silver partner at Vivatech. We co-organize the booth with our colleagues from Hub Brussels, and we always try to sell Belgium in this main show and to get the maximum visibility.
And what could you say about Belgium? Why is it attractive to do business in Belgium?
Well, first of all, we are the center of Europe. We have 500 million consumers, what am I saying, really around us. So it's a huge test market. You can easily access France, easily access Germany, easily access the Netherlands. So for companies establishing themselves in Belgium is quite convenient, actually. We have a very large and diversified economy, which means that you can, I spoke about recruitment earlier, but also quickly connect with our competitive clusters. In the tech sector is Digital Wallonia, and Digital Wallonia had, for instance, mapped the whole ecosystem. The whole digital ecosystem is really a reliable partner for every investor who is setting up in Belgium. We also have fiscal incentives and many more to attract companies in our region.
And what is the AWEX doing? For example, how does it put together the investors and entrepreneurs? What do you do all year round eventually?
Well, first of all, we try to understand the needs of the Walloon companies and who are the key VCs, the key investors, and how we can match them. So it's declined in different ways. For instance, here at Vivatech, we decided to put for each company, whether they were, you can look at the booth and at the light box, you will see on the top of them there is a clear signalétic saying, okay, I'm looking for investors or I'm looking for clients. We try also to work, for instance, with initiatives such as My Global Village to spot investors and to link with our companies, depending is whether they are in Series A or Series B or C or early stage. We have many trade shows. We organize many trade shows here in France. So we do that for the tech sector, but also the tech. You can find the tech in the aeronautic, the tech in industry. So in the other trade show, we also try to do it. Voilà. And of course, for those who don't know, we have a nice office in Paris, easily located around the Assemblée Nationale. Voilà, very convenient to arrive there and to meet with our companies and to organize events with them. So we use this tool as well to connect them with the French ecosystem.
All right. And could you just briefly introduce yourself? Because at first I know your path is very interesting, as you have this very comprehension of the global trade and the interaction between the nations, and that's due to your career. So could you just briefly introduce yourself?
Oh, yes. So I am a business engineer. So I started my career as a consultant for EY Consulting, who was then acquired by Capgemini, which is our next with our neighbor at Vivatech, actually. And then with them, I did consulting mission in the banking career, so I have more from a banking sector background. That lasted about 7 years, and then I was trying to find new challenges. So I joined AWEX, the Wallonia Trade and Investment Office, which is an economic development agency promoting export and investment. And with them, I started my career in Chicago, 6 years, then in Stockholm, 6 years, and now in Paris, about 6-7 years as well, which is interesting because every time you get closer to Belgium, you have a better knowledge of the ecosystem, and then each country has its own mindset and its own way to make business and to promote companies, actually. So it's 3 different countries and 3 different jobs, actually.
Yes, that's exactly what's interesting about your profile, is that your knowledge are not only theoretical, you really understand in depth and with your practical experience. So that was very interesting. So thank you very much, Martine. I will go ahead with our entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.